I've been looking at these for the last few days. Carrots that were growing in these little wash bowls, and they've got to be a really good size. And we're just experimenting with this one. And these are Chantenay Royal carrots, so they're only little stubby ones. So they're perfect for small containers like this. And if this works out alright, what we want to be doing is growing a few of these all at the same time. And then we can preserve these carrots as whole baby carrots for use later on. So I'm going to empty this container today and see how they've got on. They might not be quite ready, but since we are looking for baby carrots, we might have just accomplished that looking at the size of these plants. And I think the easiest way to do that is going to be to take the entire thing out of this container and submerge it in water, and then we can separate all these carrots off that little bit easier. So first thing I'll do is fill this up with water, and then we'll see if we can get these out in one big lump, and then we can work on them after. So we'll have a go at getting these out. Maybe if we just press on that bottom. There's impact in there pretty good. Just loosen them slightly, side by side. There we go. And we've got quite a lot of roots. I can see a nice sized carrot there. So hopefully we've got quite a few more like that. We'll get that in that water and let it soak a bit. It's just going to loosen everything up so much easier for us. I'm just going to blast around top of that as well. Loosen everything up as much as we can. So that's submerged basically now in that container. So I'm just going to leave that for 5 minutes. While I'm letting that soak for 5 minutes, I'm going to pop down to that other greenhouse because I've decided to harvest the rest of those red cabbages. We've seen butterflies in and out of there over the last couple of weeks, and I have noticed damage to the leaves. And since I only want small heads of red cabbage, we might as well take them all today, and that's that finished. Maybe we can use that greenhouse for something else. Thank you very much to Caroline Mackey for that donation that you made yesterday. I really do appreciate the donations we receive. They're helping us towards all the costs and materials to make videos 7 days a week. So thank you very much for that, Caroline. It's massively appreciated and very generous of you. And we've got a few to go at here, but I have noticed some damage to these plants. There's lots of chewing on these leaves, and this one is now having that centre attacked. So hopefully if we peel that back, we can find some cabbage that's not damaged. So we might as well take what we can. That's one that we've already harvested, and we've got another decent sized one there. I'm just going to take this one off. That's not a bad sized little cabbage to start with. And this one's completely undamaged, so that's great. This one's a little bit smaller, but it'll do anyway. Again, a nice little cabbage. We'll pull these out as we go as well. They can go into the compost bin. This one is the reason I'm taking things up. They're splitting. And once they split like that, they're no good. This is the only one that's done that. So rather than wait for it to happen to rest, I'm going to take them and then I can just blanch and freeze a lot. This is a good one as well. Again, a really nice head of cabbage. Brilliant. And then the last one. Quite a good size, this one. It's undamaged, it's a good size, and it's really firm. So that is perfect. Let's get this last one out. Lovely cabbage that. And then we've got this one. Let's add that bit of damage done to it. We'll see what it's like. See, as you peel back these layers, just see more and more damage. Once they get in, they'll just destroy everything. So I'm assuming that's caterpillars, although it could be just baby slugs. But either way, I'm not going to save that one because of the way it looks for a start, and the fact that I've got quite a lot of perfectly good ones. So that one we'll chop up and we'll chuck that in compost as well. So that was definitely worth the trip up to that greenhouse. We've got 4 really good sized, undamaged red cabbages. So we'll get those cleaned, chopped up, and then we'll blanch and we'll freeze lot. Now back to these carrots, and let's see what we got out of this little caravan wash bowl. These have been soaking for a good 10 minutes now, so hopefully they'll come apart a bit easier. I know there's a lot of roots inside this. Just keep bobbing them up and down. That's going to free them up even more. Pull all that root away as we're doing it. Well, that's not bad for a start. They're a bit bigger than I thought they'd be, but these are Chantenay Royal, and that's basically how these carrots are supposed to grow. But either way, they're nice looking carrots. I'll pop them into this spare tub while we see what else we've got. But I think for a start, that's not bad. Let's break another chunk away. Probably better just trying to unroll them, a bit look of it. But again, a nice little bunch of carrots. So far so good with this container, for definite. The farther we dig in, the easier it is to get rid of all these roots. That's a perfect size for popping in your jars and preserving. So again, I'm pleased with that. I think I know what everybody's going to be doing this afternoon with those caravan wash bowls that they've just arrived. Now we can see that we can get some good carrots from such a small area. Brilliant. Just got a few more left to go. Too many to shake around at once, I'll be covered in sludge. I'll grow carrots through winter in this greenhouse, in these containers, if we're going to get results like this all the time. Just a few more to go at. So I'm going to empty this out in garden now, just in case there's a few carrots in there we've missed, and I'll give them a good wash and then we can look at them properly. Well, I think we can definitely say that were a success for a little caravan wash bowl. A really nice big bunch of carrots, and they're all nice and clean and not a bad size either. We'll just top and tail all these, we'll give them a scrub and then we'll preserve them. But I think for what is a very small area, using a very small amount of compost, that's win-win. We'll set some more of these bowls up now. Now we know that for using such a small container can get us nice harvests like that. We've already set some of those Florence red onions back up. And people were saying I'm sowing these seeds or planting these plants kind of out of season. But there's a reason for that. Because these Florence red onions are also really good as a salad onion. So like you would a spring onion, you can just harvest them early and take smaller ones. You don't have to grow them on to full size. And the fact that we're doing them in these wash bowls and they're staying in greenhouse means they're getting protection from frost for a lot longer than anything will out there. So we're kind of forcing these to grow and maintaining a temperature in this greenhouse to get an harvest within the next 5 months. Because the original one that we harvested took 5 months to grow, and it is now 5 months between planting those and Christmas. So yeah, we are planting these later in season than we should, or earlier in season, because you plant these normally in spring and autumn. I'm doing it in between to get that Christmas harvest, and we'll see how that works out for us. But in between now and then, we're going to carry on sowing things in these caravan wash bowls, knowing that for such a small amount of compost we can get really good harvests, and it's taking up no space whatsoever. Thank you very much for being part of the channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to see what else we're going to be harvesting over the next few months, please hit that subscribe button and press that notifications bell. And I'll see you next time. Have a nice weekend.